Well, good evening and, in fact, good morning, and welcome to Seven's Football Marathon. About 7.5 hours now for you of grand finals dating right back from 1950 through until last year's 1982's big epic between Carlton and Richmond. In fact, tonight and this morning, right through until 8 o'clock, until program ends, we have highlights in the last quarters from 15 grand finals. From the 50s, we have 1950, 54 and 58. From the 60s, the last quarter of grand finals from 1960, 61, 65, 66 and 67. Highlights in the 70s of grand finals, 73, 75, 1976, 77 and 79, and of course last year as well, which will close our program off at around 7:30 this morning. Plus also, and right out of the archives, highlights of the Victoria-West Australia game from the 1961 Interstate Carnival in Brisbane. Just let me also at this stage remind you of Seven's big coverage of football on today. 8 o'clock this morning we'll be going to the North Melbourne Champagne Breakfast, 9 o'clock for the Under-19 Grand Final at the MCG, 11 o'clock for the Army Reserve Grand Final, and then 2 o'clock for the big Seniors Grand Final, Hawthorn and Essendon. Of course, news and the big replay, and that was the season that was later on tonight, so it's a top day of football. Now let's get right down to the action, and in fact, for Collingwood supporters, the last premiership. Let's now go to the last quarter of the 1958 Grand Final between Collingwood and Melbourne. 97,000 people in attendance, and Neville Nash was the umpire.
Bob Johnson's kick over centre-half forward, but it's going to Collingwood's Fellows. Fellows has been one of Collingwood's best, along with Merritt, Wiedemann, Turner and Reeves. Best for Melbourne, Thorogood, Williams, although outmatched in the last quarter by Wiedemann, Laurie, Mithun and Ridley. This is Cyril Merritt leading them all a merry dance. He hasn't run out of steam so far today. Henderson at centre-half forward. Torpedo punt going down there, 50 yards from goal. Cleared by Don Williams for Melbourne across the half-back line, falling short of Ian McLean, but he scoops it up and handballs it to his teammate who comes through and clears. That's Keith Carroll clearing to the centre of the ground. Dick Fenton-Smith. Delante is number 24 trying to pick it up. Fenton-Smith on his right, and joining them in the chase is McLean. Spirited piece of defence by Delante, and Collingwood's defence has been great. Their forwards have been right up to the mark too. Thorogood holds up that advance, and his long kick is over the half-forward line. Sullivan misses the mark. Webb is scouting the pack, but Reeves scoops it up and kicks to the half-forward line for the Magpies. Don Williams gets into the arms of Sullivan. Sullivan 50 yards out from goal. He's on the half-back line. Barassi number 2, and number 3 for Collingwood is Harrison. Sullivan, the Carnival full-back, clears the ball from the half-back line towards the half-forward line and along the outer flank. Thorogood for Melbourne. And it's towards Adams, the rover. He keeps it just inside the line. Athel Webb. And it's a battle between Reeves and Ridley. Ridley took a shocking knock earlier from Sarong and hasn't been much in the game since. Webb again gets through the pack somehow, and he shoots for goal. Again.